Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. I need your help. I need you to donate to my PayPal link. I'll put a link in the description box below, and I need you to donate there so I can do my show full time instead of just part time. But right here, I have a social commentary video. I don't do too many of these, but I want to do one about this one. It's about Benny Rose's picture or photograph of the white woman like on a pedestal, and a bunch of black women are reaching up to her. Yeah, it's nude art, but it's art, so it's no big deal. But I want to talk a little bit about it because it just seems like there's been a little bit of hype around it and a little bit of controversy, and it's very understandable because it definitely looks like the women are like either worshiping or just trying to or propping up the white woman on a pedestal. And it's in a way it's a very provocative photograph, and really trying to get people to think and try to get a certain reaction out of people. And I like that because it's good to try to provoke people and get people thinking with art, especially with photography and different video forms of video art. Of course, some people are going to think that, well, I don't like it because they're worshiping her, or and things like that, or maybe they're in this pose because they want to be the white woman. And for the most part, I don't really get that because I haven't really talked to that many people that said, "Oh yeah, I want to be someone of a different race or in this other group." Something very permanent where it's something you can't really change about yourself, like race. If you're a black person, you can't really become a white person, that sort of thing. So mostly what I get out of the photograph is that I don't see that these black women want to be a white woman, but they're reaching up to her and looking up to her because they want that status of being the sex symbol of this society. Because now, and especially 15 plus years ago, white women were definitely propped up as this woman is the sex symbol for our society. A skinny, beautiful white woman. Mostly it was, blonde hair and blue eyes too. She's not blonde hair, but if you're a skinny white woman, you are the beauty standard of our society. And everybody that doesn't fit this specific standard, also tall too. If you don't fit this standard, step aside. Black women, step aside. Brown women, step aside. Doesn't fucking matter. You gotta be a slender white woman. That is our beauty standard. And all the ladies need to look up to her, saying, "Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful." I am just not at that level. All the men want to go up to her and want to go talk to her, date her, and just you're gonna have all the other women just gonna have the slim pickings for the men. Because all the wealthier, more handsome, more interesting men are gonna go to this beautiful white woman up here, and then you're gonna have to settle for the rest of the guys if you're not this woman, or if you don't look like this woman right here. And since it's nude art, I got my shirt off, so it's no big deal. But now, of course, over the last 15 or so years, it's really changed because, of course, as black people have been sick of hearing our society talk about how white people are beautiful and black people are ugly. So we said, you know what, fuck that. We're gonna start making some black model agencies and different forms of beauty agencies, and just really basing around black people, because the white people didn't want to do that at all because they just want to prop up white people. So we said, you know what, they're just full of shit and they're just being racist. That's why they say if you're black, you're ugly, because they're just fucking lying. They're just trying to oppress black people. So you know what, you're second class to white people, and this is one way of saying only certain white people are elevated to this beauty standard. There's no black woman that could achieve this beauty standard, at least in the past. So of course, over the last decade and a half, could have been a little more, we've been able to pull up black women as being more of a beauty standard. In our society, it's also helped with more white people being more accepting of black culture in general. A lot more white people, especially young white people, are listening to hip hop and R&B music, so that's also helped a lot. So just over the last 1.5 to 2 decades or so, we've been able to wear down that strict beauty standard. So it's not quite as stark as it used to be, but it's still there, especially with the older people, especially the old white guys. They're still really propping up just the old guard, or the old standard of just the slender white woman, and that's it. And I also wanted to tie this in with the women's movement, because when it comes to the women's movement, the white women are at the top whenever they talk about how we need to fix any of the gender inequality. They just want to talk about the issues when it comes to the white women. They don't want to say, hey, and even the black women, Hispanic women, or just brown women have it even worse than us white women. So as a society, you need to bring the black and brown women up and start treating them just as well as you are us. Start treating us all better. Because when they really talk about just women's issues, they don't really talk about any women's issues that are specific to black and brown women. Because even though white women have it worse than white men, and in certain instances they have it worse than black men, they're still not really trying to say, hey, there's other groups of women, mostly black women and brown women, that have it worse than us, so we need some justice for them too. And then this was also placed on the front page of Yahoo News, so Yahoo News really want to get a bunch of clicks on this and get more people to start talking and looking at this image. So hopefully Benny Rose, he does something similar, but has a different variation on this, and maybe having a different scenario between black and white women, because he could do another one that's similar to this, or just plays off the different dynamic of, especially with the new issue going on with white women starting to get butt implants, so they, in a ways, they're kind of moved so they're looking a little bit more like black women, especially with the with like the lip shit too, where they get like injections in their lips, so they got bigger lips. And so yeah, white women getting bigger lips and bigger butts, yeah, it's definitely cultural appropriation. So he should do something dealing with that too, so that'd be pretty cool to see.